I'm here on the YouTube uh, recording. Um, Sorry.
Oh, looks like Poik is live with Noita Daily. Time to hang out, check those ones, and see what magical chaos unfolds. Let's enjoy the show.
If you come here from my YouTube recording, I stream on Twitch primarily, and you can interact with me live if you catch me on there. I don't really have a set schedule yet, but I plan on doing a uh, Lethal Company collab with a bunch of people, and you can feel free to join in and play with me. If you catch us, right now we're looking at June 12th, but it is not set in stone. I will give an update when I know more. go. Get things up. Yeah, and let's check that audio balance. How do I sound? Probably good enough. So I should just have cosmetic mods on now. Um, so I'm just gonna start the daily run with that. If you want to check out the ones that I'm currently using, the exclamation ones command will link you to my only ones page, which should be updating soon. If it's set up correctly. Yeah, it looks like it's good. Alright. I know nothing about the daily yet. My cosmetic broke a little. That's fine for now. Yeah. On my side, I forgot to turn off one of my chatbots. Sorry. Got distracted. But yeah, that should just be able to see what ones I have. There are other tools that are available on only ones. Like you can check out the seed that I'm playing on and stuff like that. Which if you click on the seed number on that site, it'll give you like details through the Noita tool. But if you don't want spoilers, some people just going blind. That is perfectly acceptable. Yeah, that should be a tail. For some reason, it's the Noita cape. Sticking out. Whatever. I'll have to figure out what that's set up wrong later. That's nice. Start with... Ooh. Pulsing eye straight off the bat, right next to start. Convenient. I'm probably going to be a little slow, especially the start. Playing slow and methodically helps you get health for later areas, and then once I've set up, I can just go at it. But right now, I just have a bouncy ball wand, a firebolt wand. Oh, and hello, there's a fire mage down there. No wonder all that oil is on fire. Another wand. Nice. Start out with Berserkium. That's useful. Not as useful as having some water, but we'll take it. Alright, got some explosives. And a treasure chest right next to spawn. This is a pretty good start already. I sneaking on the side or... Yeah. Not just money. Well, I'll take that. I feel like my game's running a little slow. Planning on doing some upgrades to the system. I know the GPU's having weird cooling issues, and I'm going to be swapping out from the stock stuff to a custom water loop my boyfriend's been bothering me for a while to get that set up, and just didn't want to run the risk of modifying until I felt like I needed it to appreciate my rig again. That and I knew it would feel like an upgrade, so I wouldn't actually need to upgrade the hardware, just the cooling. So then I'll be able to overclock it a lot more. I'm actually not overclocking it now, because I never felt the need for it. Not sure why it's been feeling a little worse lately, but I think it's just the fans are dying slowly in the system. And so it's throttling somewhat randomly. But it also could be something got installed by Windows and it's messing everything up. That's not uncommon, unfortunately. So partially I'm just farming up gold so that when I get to shops I can just buy whatever looks good. But also the early levels are the easiest places to pick up health ups, since generally these aren't necessarily the easiest enemies in the game. However, they're the enemies you will be most familiar with, because this is the level you always have to go through first. So yeah, I'm familiar with all these guys. The shotgunner can still hit me for 24 every single shot, which is not something to scoff at. But they have a very specific shot pattern that is usually pretty easy to get around once you know it. The fireball guy, it's usually easy to hear him coming and just avoid him outright, or if you can find some water, which I don't currently have. There's a lot of blood everywhere, but I guess there's that one pool up. I should swap out my chaotic polymorphine for it. Yeah, chaotic polymorphine is not going to be too useful. I could use the polymorphine to break out of the Holy Mountain, which is useful, and I'll show you why later. Oh, dang it. But chaotic polymorphine, since it can change you to any entity in the game, can be dangerous. It can just make you something like a worm, which wouldn't be inherently dangerous in itself, except you can get stuck in walls after digging, depending on which worm you'll get transformed into. Here's the water. What I want to do with the chaotic polymorphine. A nice spot where I'm not going to come back. This isn't going to hold all of it. That will, though. You can stick it up there. Chaotic polymorphine is heavier than water, but if I'm jumping in there to get water, I don't want it there for me to fall into. I'm just going to stick it on the other side of this wooden box. There's nothing over here. One of the most important things to do early on is get some way to put yourself off, or put out fires that you may catch on, because we have a saying among some of the people I've been playing. If everything's not on fire, are you really playing Noita? And I don't know if you've noticed, but there has been a fair amount of fire I've just been avoiding so far. Now that I have that water, I can do things a lot more what's the word I'm looking for? I can just walk through fire. I can't walk through lava, unfortunately, but I can put it out using the water. I can do things such as water down this toxic, which will cause it to dilute into safe water. It doesn't take much. Oh, that's interesting. Some of the toxic sludge up-warped. That's just a thing in the physics engine that happens. Still got turned to water anyway. When I'm wet, it is extremely hard to catch me on fire, so I can walk through fire as long as I stay wet. It doesn't make me immune to fire damage, but it will keep me from catching on fire and causing that fire dot to start burning me, which fire dots do percentage of health. No matter how much health you have, if you're weak to fire, you're gonna be hurting soon. So we got the fire mage down there, and he is literally fire. So, one thing you should know about fire in this game is water is extremely useful to put out fire. He didn't like that, he jumped out of it, but he will get annoyed at me existing and come after me soon enough. Just need to get his attention again and not get killed by these hamlets. Whoop. Buddy, come on down here. I'd rather him not make me attack him directly. I'd rather him not bleed lava everywhere. Lava is just kind of annoying in this game. But I can deal with it. There's a little bit of lava there. I can either avoid it or just kind of put it out. You know, let's get some more water. Now that we've used most of that flask to lay a trap. Oh, shotgunner. I almost got myself wedged in there in a way that he would have hit me. I have plenty of health, I just want to keep as much as I can so I can explore for longer. Still haven't really explored left at all. There have been a number of fire mages and a number of wands. Pure attention with fire mage instead. Disappeared to somewhere where he can't see me, thankfully. There he is. I think I can get him here. That was very smart of you, Mr. Hound. Yep, got him. Another thing that's useful to know is if the enemy is considered to be killed by something that isn't you, or something that is deemed to be an accident. So a fire mage falling into water counts, enemies catching on fire count, stuff like that. That will cause them to drop double gold when they die. So it's an easy way to build up money quicker if you get a consistent way to deal things like physics damage or explosive damage. Well, some explosive damage does count as coming from you, and that's awkward, but I don't think early forms of it will. So you should generally be fine in the first level to use what you find. Particularly traps like unstable crystals are very easy to get trick kills off of. Not necessarily the best explosive you can start with, because you generally want that explosive to be your dig. It can do decent digging, but it's awkward to use. Also, Berserkium Potion is a fun one because it gives you the ability to explode things even larger. Berserkium buffs all of your explosive damage and radius, as well as, I believe, giving us a boost to your normal damage as well. Alright. Is it really Noita if it isn't on fire? I missed that explosive box catching on fire earlier. Another thing that's useful is if the kill isn't considered yours through the trick kills, accident kills, whatever you want to call them, then you will have not been considered to have not killed anything for that level, and you get bonuses for being a pacifist in this game. I can't get that anymore, having defended myself so often. Defend myself. You can pretty easily play the entire game without killing anything. In fact, you get a pacifist sort of reward at the end of the... I always call it the tutorial, but a lot of people call it the main game. It's just one of the endings. Just the ending most people will see. And that's the ending that I'm going for this time around. Just the standard get to the bottom and complete the work ending. Now, completing the work is not an ending you necessarily want. Basically, it should be considered the bad ending, I'll say. And I guess you'll see why if I survive this daily. I think I'm doing alright. I should be able to make my way to a victory. A lot of secrets in this game, and a number of endings revolving around those secrets. But basically, in the bad ending, you fix the work of the ancient alchemists, which they abandoned because they couldn't get it to do what they wanted to do. Instead, it just ruins the entire world. And if you want to fix the world properly, you have to go through a lot of work for a number of reasons. The world's already slightly broken, and you need to fix that first. And then you can finally make a complete work that fixes the rest of it. That brings harmony to the world. That is a long run. That is what people refer to as the 33 orb run. And if you want to look up more details on that, there's plenty online, but I'm definitely not going for that here. I just like playing with the wands and the alchemy. And that is one of the biggest draws of this game for me. Just sheer complexity of just the default game loop. The secrets are amazing, though. Very indeed in-depth and full of trolls between the different developers. People aren't entirely sure whether the eye puzzle is indeed solvable, but I believe the devs have said it is. But the devs have said a lot of things, and the devs also don't tell each other the solutions to the puzzles they put in the game. Which is kind of fun, honestly. It sounds like, as of now, there's only one person in the world who knows how to beat the, or how to solve the eye puzzle. Alright. That should double the size of that explosive. So there is a heart in here. Guaranteed. And since I haven't found many hearts, I kind of want to just grab it and go. I also want that. Or at least check out what's on that wand. I don't necessarily want the wand. It's gonna take a while to drain. I'm just draining it to make it safer for me to go through. Because despite it being a spell version of All-Seeing Eye, it can't actually break the magical fog in there. But there, if you get the true All-Seeing Eye, you can see in there no problem. Let's see. This looks like it's the best place to put it. Actually, maybe over there. I guess I can stay myself with Berserkium again. Or miss. Just do it this way. A little too hot. There we go. Just a little Berserkium. Throw that down. Get out of the blast radius. I could have just stood on that metal. This is metal of almost every type will block explosives. Oh! You are isolated. That is awkward for me. Yeah. I'll use my last. Really? Wow. I cannot. I'm bad at this. There we go. Of course, it's only 1%, so moving basically wipes it all off of me. Okay, so you're just a firebolt. That was not particularly worth it. Not even that good of one because your recharge time is high. So, might be able to recollect some of this Berserkium, which is the good thing about staining rather than drinking potions. You can sort of recollect what you've used, and do things like stand in the puddle again to restain yourself. But it looks like... Hello, do not... Oh, go. Good grief. The enemies also gain damage buffs from Berserkium. I think I might have just wasted more Berserkium than I got because I picked up stuff I don't want with that. Water's fine, though. Oil I'm less keen on. Can I grab air more carefully? Yes. That's probably good. But yeah, so as you'll see, it doesn't pierce this darkness, but most of the dark area will be dry. Okay, so there is a section here that I believe will be the health recharge. If it's that way... No, that's the extra health because it was to the left instead of the right in here. I think that's how it works. I haven't memorized all of these layouts, but there are only supposed to be 5 layouts that there can be. And if it's that layout, I think there is a recharge part, basically, that will replenish my lost health, since health gain hearts do not actually heal you at all. That one will be higher up, and I need to... Is it... Oh, no. I don't think that's it. It's a little hard to tell going through this completely blind, but I thought it was there. They're not. Since it's part of the seed layout, I can actually just look it up. It's the Roy tool that's connected to only streamers will show me details so I can navigate, but I'm trying to actually learn these better so I don't have to rely on external tools when I play in the future. This should be where it is. I'm not high enough. Okay. There it is. Regain 69 health. Nice. And I could take a step to the left and mess around in here, but it is dangerous. There are a bunch of mages, some of which can just eventually end my run. And I don't feel like the wars of the Greeks are worth ending the stream this early. So I'm probably not going to play past my first death, since I'm just doing the daily, and you can't replay dailies without editing some stuff. Ooh, teleport wand. I find it doesn't feel like the game has started until you have 2 things. Good digging and a good teleport wand. I don't need more than 1 teleport. What's this wand? This wand is a reverse mana. That is to say, mana max is low, mana charge speed is very high. That's how much mana per second gets regenerated into the wand, and also the cast delay is 0. Recharge time is 13. That's one of the best wands I've seen in the starting area in quite a long time. This is also a good wand because faster projectiles is nice to be able to work around. I would like some sparkles with triggers to play around with, but I don't need it for anything. I'm gonna keep this wand, this wand. Don't have a digging wand set up, but if I play my cards right, actually, since I can come back here, if I play my cards right, I can just do that. So what I want to do is slip past the... Actually... The extra damage is good for a quick run. It's not necessarily good with the bouncy balls, but extra damage is nice. Like, I went from only 3 damage a hit to over 10 a hit. So that's a substantial boost. And yeah, all my spells will come back towards me now, which... If these weren't short teleport bolts, if these were the long ones, that would be an issue, because they would probably make it back to me and then teleport me directly where I started. But the short teleport bolt lasts a small enough time that it should just go where it's going, it'll slow down a little, and then I'll teleport. Now, there is a trigger here that actually collapses the Holy Mountain. Once the Holy Mountain is collapsed, you can no longer use it to edit wands. But as long as I have this available, I can always come back here and grab new spells. Oh yeah, that is just gonna auto-use it because I have such a small cast delay. Eh, whatever. That'll work. That's silly. Still. Okay, I don't like those guys. They can spawn quite a few guys, but I actually have a good enough, not completely machine gun wand, but it's a fast enough wand that this should be able to deal with things before they become issues pretty well for this section of the game. And part of that is thanks to having an extra, what, 10 damage per hit on these low mana cost projectiles. It's fun, but not useful. Fire Arc will be more useful if I get immunity to fire. So now I'll just have a bunch of bounce balls. Well, actually I need to be able to cast more than one at once. I can show you that later, but the Arc needs to be able to travel between spells cast at the same time. Right now, technically, these are being cast 1 frame apart from each other because the cast delay is 0 minus 0.03, which doesn't actually apply because you can only have a cast delay of 0. That is to say, once the first spell is cast, there will be no delay in the next cast. It can happen as soon as the one is able to cast again, and the one can cast at most once per render frame. So it looks like they're being cast simultaneously, but they're actually being cast about a 60th of a second apart. Less than that possibly, because my FPS is a little messed up right now, but I don't know if the game is doing in-between frames on some of the physics items to speed it up. A lot of games will do that so that the rendering speed of the computer does not necessarily match the render or the update of the physics engine. That way things are not lost when the graphics are slow. It's kind of fun. I do wish I had a homing cast. Hello, what are you? Acid Trail is horrible. double spell I do want, though. Can't make use of Fire Trail because it will kill me. Like I said, fire is dangerous. But, that will help speed up this one somewhat significantly. There's another one of you. Thankfully, I'm a bit overpowered, so you don't get a chance to spawn more guys. If you feel comfortable enough to deal with them, they will make more of the slime bats, which, unlike some other spawners, they will always drop gold. So you could just sit there and farm gold in this level, but it's only going to be 1 gold kill, which isn't all that great. And 1 gold is equivalent to 10 money in this game. 1 gold nugget, that is. Each of these pixels of gold collected on the ground are worth 1 gold, specifically. The nuggets are worth 10 unless you have upgrades that improve the amount of gold you get per nugget. Or if they're big nuggets, which usually comes later on when you have more valuable enemies. Like the big slime bats, the spawner slime bats, drop 3 each generally. The fire mages I was drowning would normally drop, I think, 4, but will drop 8 if you kill them using water. I think once they get above 10 gold nuggets, instead they will start dropping big gold nuggets. The smallest of which is 50 gold apiece. So at this point, since I have that wand, it's not particularly useful outside of the spells on it, because of the acid trail, which I could use to dig. But these things will come back to me and drip acid on me now that I have boomerang spells. I don't really want to be dealing with that. One thing you'll notice me doing is every time I successfully cast a teleport without casting the All-Seeing Eye, I will switch wands and then switch back. It's another reverse mana, but the recharge time on these multiple spells per casts wands are always bad, so I'll take it just to get it out of here. I don't want an enemy picking that up and casting it and having a bunch of sparkly bounces going around everywhere. That might actually kill me pretty quickly. Don't really hate the wand. As I was saying, I will switch off of the wand and then switch back, because it resets where the wand's spell draw is back to the start of the wand. I do like Bubbly Bounce, and I don't have this full right now. Bubbly Bounce may not be fast enough to be useful, though, so let me try this out. Yeah, it only goes that far out. I have to get a lot closer to enemies to use it right now. So instead, I'm gonna go back to the bouncy balls, but I'm gonna make one important change. And this is getting into somewhat advanced strategies. You know, I will keep these. If I managed to get a speed up spell. I can actually turn that into a fairly reliable, or homing. I can turn that into a fairly reliable bubble machine gun. Sparkly bounce. Now, I'm not going to deal with that just yet. It's a fun spell, but not worth my time right now. So what I just did is I have it set so that it'll cast both of the bouncy balls first, and then it'll cast double spell. Well, there's nothing left on the wand for it to cast, so it will actually remake the wand's draws, grab the first 2 spells off of it, and then recharge. So that means I'm casting a single bouncing burst, a single bouncing burst, double spell, which wraps around, grabs these 2 bouncing bursts again, and casts that as the 3rd spell. So every single refresh of the wand now, I'm casting 4 bouncing bursts, only having 2 on the wand. And this is a free multicast, so it's a relatively cheap way to basically double my damage output, since really it is the recharge time that is killing this. I have no way to decrease that just yet. Technically I do. I could use that heavy spread right now to decrease it. That actually might be insane. Yeah, because it decreases recharge time by 25. However, we're going to get into... 1, it'll completely eat all of my mana as fast as it can charge, which, this being a inverse mana charge speed, having such a high charge speed and for this stage in the game, that is going to be a lot more powerful in this one than a lot of the other ones that I've found so far. So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, that is a very low mana drain way to reduce recharge time, since it increases the spread to be more than 365 degrees spread. You get the 3rd and 4th bouncy burst of every recharge is going off in a random direction, which can be a little dangerous, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just need to not stand near explosives when I cast my spells. Alright. So I have very basic wands right now. A very fast machine gun of bouncy balls, which are supercharged with boomerang spells. Normally that is not a perk you want to grab, just for the record. Boomerang spells messes with a lot of things, not just that teleport viability. Like, there are a lot of things I will no longer be able to do. One of them is properly use black holes. So the black hole will start coming back to me and hang out around me when I want it to move forward, destroying terrain. Black holes just destroy terrain in this game. For those who haven't played this game much or at all, they're extremely useful digging tools. Right now I don't really have a digging tool. I could make one technically with the bubble sparks. That's one of the slowest digging tools I could have, and the boomerang spells make it so that it will, instead of sticking in a wall and then exploding, the bubbly bolt will come back to me, which I think makes it so that I can't use that as digging anymore. I might be able to still use it if I throw the bubbling bounces on the other side of something, then the bubbles will try to dig their way back to me. Alright, so we just dealt with Robot. That was a teleport mage down here who bleeds teleportatium. Somewhat useful liquid that if I had it safely in a jar, I could use to get in and out of the Holy Mountain even easier than this teleport wand. But if I'm trying to grab it, I will have to take a dip in the teleportatium, and that will cause me to start jumping around, like you just saw there. It is controllable since it is normal teleportatium by facing in the direction you would like to teleport. If I were stained right now, I would jump about through that wall to whatever is on the other side. But that makes it really hard to actually get any into a flask, because as you try to grab it, you'll constantly be teleporting out of it, or you'll drop the flask into the teleportatium to collect, and the flask probably won't land straight up down, meaning you have to go grab it and try again. Or you can do a mod reset, which will actually flip it upright. Useful, but annoying. It's better all if you can just find a flask normally, or if you have another way to deal with things. That guy's a jerk. He can get you killed easily, so I should deal with him now that there's nothing around. Sorry, Amber, I'm going to want to kill this rat, just because. Wow, that didn't go very well. Accidentally hit the explosive and myself, but I killed the swapper mage. And he did what he does best. He swapped me with his own position. Can end up being dangerous. If I can get the perk that allows me to make rats actually friends with me, I will definitely grab it just for you. But right now, the rats are here to kill me. So I turned off the wrong. Oops. Oh, that's interesting. That's a very empty wand. That is somewhat good. So I can use the light to wrap for very cheap. And the double spells will allow me to shove a bunch of stuff on the wand. Could use that instead of having it at the end. This is also a reverse mana with a higher charge speed, but the cast delay and charge time are worse. Meaning I'd probably want to put heavy spread on all of the casts if I wanted to use it the same way I'm using this. Probably not with it just yet. I may be able to make good use of that wand though. Stats are also pretty good. At the very least, I could grab it for my teleport wand. It is, at least for charge time-wise, better than that. And for a teleport wand, that will determine how fast I can spam it. More so than the Castaway, because Castaway is usually significantly lower than the recharge time. Alright, I cannot get up there too easily. May have to find a way around or break down a wall, which I don't have any good digging still. Yep. Oh, hey. Oh, that was not a strategy I did on purpose. But I'm gonna have to remember that. Shooting a whole bunch of bouncy balls, having them follow me, then teleporting behind someone. Just having them all come at them. That seems useful. Here's another one. We're doing a decent bit better now. Actually getting a good amount of health this early is going to help. And we didn't get much in the first area, so one of the reasons I'm still going slow despite having pretty good machine gun ones already set up. My health is way too low for me to be exploring too much. So I'm just gonna see if there's any close by ones that are safe enough. No. But there's one. And I can get to it without touching that toxic rock. It was kind of awkwardly close. Concentrated spell. Ooh, that's good. It's good in recharge time and mana max. Decent otherwise stats. The capacity is utter garbage, but I can work with that. I don't think I can make it reduce red actually counteract heavy spread. It is not better than pretty much any of the ones I currently am using, though. I don't know. Normally I'd be a little bit more excited about that one, so I don't usually have this good of wands this early. I can probably move on. There's nothing in particular I need. Well, I haven't even demonstrated why I picked up that tablet yet. Oh no. You've got to be kidding me. Oh. That worm has been busy and he's gotten me in trouble. Can do this one of two ways. First one is this. Freezing enemies causes them to be very, very weak to melee damage, because they're now brittle and I can just go up and kick them. At the same time, I do enough damage to just kill them outright, or I could take a physics object and smack them with it. And that is one of the easiest things to do. You can just take one of these statues, get directly at his face, and it'll do enough to kill him. Alright, so what do we got? We got more damage, or faster spells with lower spread. Okay. Not quite fast enough to make that viable yet. I do love rock. I'm gonna pick that up. Oh, shoot. Got distracted. What? Oh, it must have been one of the lanterns. Alright. This will be slower, but reliable. Don't necessarily need all the snow. Whoa, that said 2,000. Hold on. But if we do the setup again for teleporting all of these things through you. Need you to be standing up. For it to be... I can probably do it. Get all of them built up on top of me. Over behind. Didn't quite do it. So one of the reasons it probably had that high of damage is because Bouncy Ball increases in damage the faster it is going relative to its initial speed. So if I can get the speed going up significantly enough when it lands the hit, and it picks up a lot of speed when it is being pulled towards me. Otherwise, it'd just be doing somewhat normal. See that little whip there? Yeah. I don't think I can recreate the 2,000 intentionally, but yeah, that's pretty powerful. This one's already pretty powerful, just as it is, so that's fine for now. I don't think I need that bubbly bounce, or sparkly bounce. Hold on to this heavy spread just in case I want to go even faster. Reduce spread won't negate that. How much faster does my wand? Or how much less of a spread does my wand have with pinpointer? It is still going basically everywhere. So not enough diminishing from the pinpointer. I don't know how much lower spread pinpointer gives. Certainly doesn't counteract 720 degrees. It would probably counteract double scatter. Yeah, that's 10 degrees. I bet. Yeah, it's point accurate. I do like having light. Light gives me a little bit of penetration into the fog of war, which I could get through All-Seeing Eye, except I can't cast it from that pond, and I'm out of casts, and I don't feel like grabbing the Wander Refresher just yet. I'd like to go exploring a little. Right, got the teleport bolt can do damage, but only if it's given damage up, which I was with the boomerang spells. Ooh. That was dumb of me. They apparently saw me before I went to hide. Oh well. So I guess that's where that ends. Those... That was rude. I guess the Hisi don't like sheep. Oh well. Yeah, so that, I guess, ends my stream. I'll probably be doing another daily later. Well, tomorrow. I don't think I can get, Jack and Pepper around tomorrow, because I believe they both have work every other Wednesday. So it'll just be me. Unless someone else wants to join me at some point. So, feel free to hop in the Discord, we can discuss things to play then. Till then, have a good day, y'all. And again, I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, which I don't think most of you are on for, but the people on YouTube have already seen it, if they're watching the recording of this. We currently trying to put together a Lethal Company collab with as many people as we can shove into a room as possible, and I'd love to see how many people we can get playing in the More Company mod on Lethal Company before the game crashes. If we can build the entire lobby and have a absolutely hectic 50-person lobby, that'd be a lot of fun, I think. Right now we're shooting for June 12th. The date isn't set in stone, so I'll have more details available later. I'll probably post that on Twitter to drum up some more support later once we have everything set up. Until then, just feel free to, I don't know, follow me on Twitch, preferably. I'm trying to set up for affiliate, so that I can run charity during the stream, during the Lethal Company stream, and it will give you the ability to interact with my stream. I have plugins ready, but so you can interact with my games as I play, but all of them require stream points, and I cannot get stream points on Twitch until I've reached affiliate, which requires 50 followers. Not quite there yet. Until then, just feel free to stop by whenever and bug me. I'm always happy to have someone to talk to, so I'm not just talking to myself. Thanks for joining me. Catch y'all whenever you come around. Don't feel pressured. And I suppose I should probably do the Twitch thing where I raid another content creator. I haven't actually done this before. It makes more sense if I actually have more people watching me, but I need to get into the habit of doing it. Especially at some point, I like what Cam has been doing, where he raids smaller streamers. I am the smallest streamer I know right now, so can't really do that. But at one point, I'd love to be able to do that. It's a lovely way to pay it forward. Where is the raid on... Oh, this is moderator, not creator dashboard. Okay. I was in the wrong place. Let's see who is available to raid right now. Looks like Neo is. They actually set up the face rig for my mob. So I could send people over to that. And you can see they're much better facial acting than me. Yeah. They're currently actually working on a commission, I believe, for facial rigs. So you can see how my model got updated with all the facial tracking. I'll catch y'all later. Enjoy the raid and have a good day.